A Vort of the Rebbe for this week's Parshas, Parshas Noach. In Noach we learn that Hashem told Noach to make a teva, an ark, and he described to him how to do it, what to do. One of the things he told him is Tzoyar tasal teva. Make a tzoyar to the teva. What's a tzoyar? The word tzoyar has a meaning of light. But what kind of light did he tell him to make? So Rashi says two pshotim. One is tzoyar yesh emrim chalm. That means he told him to make a window. He should make a window in the teva so the light should be able to come in from the outside. Yesh emrim, others say even teva hameir olem. He told him to bring in a jewel, a gem. There are certain gems that give off light. Bring in an even teva like that, which will bring in light. That's a simple pshat in Rashi. Now we know that the Alter Rebbe said that in Rashi we have Yeina Shel Teira, we have deeper meanings. There are lessons in Ruchnias that we learn in Rashi. So the Rebbe explains what's the Ruchnias lesson here. And he says like this: the inyan of light means seeing the truth. Light doesn't accomplish anything, it doesn't make anything. Just when you're someplace and you can't see, you don't know what's there. You make a mistake. You think it's something this, really it's something else. You don't know. When there is light, light makes you see the truth. But Ruchnis, it means that the world itself doesn't show the truth. The truth is that everything comes from the Eibishter. Everything is godliness. But the world is made in such a way that we don't see that light. Godliness is hidden in the world. That's why it's called Teva. The nature of the world, Teva, has another meaning besides nature. It also means drowned, sunk in. Godliness is hidden in the world. The union of bringing light into the world means to show that you'll realize the truth. So there is two ways that you could do it, two levels. Number one, the world is a blockade on the truth. It doesn't allow normally, just regularly, that you should see the truth of Hashem. And what you have to do is you have to make a window that in spite of the fact that this is nature, this is Teva, you could see through it and you could see godliness in it. As we know, the word that's brought down in Yom Yom, that business people are able to see in their business more ashgocha protis than somebody who sits and learns Torah all day. The way the business goes, even though it's business and he does things in Derech HaTeva, he invests, he does things, he goes to work, but he could see many times ashgocha protis. So there is a window that you could have through the nature that you see the inyan of the light of the truth of Hashem. So that's the first level. So there's a way that you should make a window to allow the light that's there to come through. You should be able to see it. But then there's a higher level. Not only you still see the Teva, but in the Teva you could recognize that it all comes from Hashem, but like the stone is not bringing in light from someplace else. The stone itself shines. That's a remes to the sinyan that it's possible to reach a level that when you see Teva, you don't see Teva. This is nature. But nevertheless, you recognize that this is from Hashem. The Chatchila, when you see the Teva, you realize that this is Hashem's work. That's a higher Teva, higher level of recognizing the truth of Hashem within the world. And those are the two things that we said, that the Pasuk says, the way Rashi explains. That he said, make a tzayar first, make a window, that you have the Teva, you have the blockade of godliness, of the truth of godliness, and nevertheless you should make a window that you should see through it to see that in the Teva there is godliness. And then, yes, the second level, higher level, that you have an Even Teva, the stone itself, you have the stone represents also the Gashmias, that the Gashmias itself shines. If you reach a higher level, you could see, when you look at Teva, right away you recognize, if you're in a higher level of understanding the truth of Hashem, of seeing the light, you'll right away the Teva not see as a natural thing that happened, but you see this is a way that Hashem is doing his things, and you see Hashem in the Teva itself. And that's the way to get protected from the Mabul. The Mabul represents the floods of the Welt that could flood, and it could ruin things, and it could take a person, mevalvel a person, disturbs a person from seeing the truth. So the eight says you have to work on it, make sure that you're able to have the window to see the truth of Hashem in through the Teva, and then also that l'chatchila should reach a higher level. That l'chatchila, when you see Teva, you see it in a way that it's so clear to you that everything's from Hashem, that l'chatchila you see only the work of Hashem.